Alright, top of the morning to ya. So this is the Chancellor T here. And I got some stuff we need to talk about. Some deep, serious stuff, We happy and all, it's a good day. And the weather, it changed fast. I got this little jacket on. I wasn't counting on being out here in Nebraska. And it's Nebraska weather, but it's cold all over, and it happened fast. It's like without warning, and I didn't prepare myself properly, so I'm good right now while I'm inside this vehicle. But once I get out, my lack of preparedness will slap me in the face. I got the wrong gloves, I got the wrong jacket, I got the wrong undershirt, I got no layers. You see what I'm saying? Thank God I got jeans on, right? But it's time to break out the boots, the gloves, scarves, the earmuffs. Because that's what season we in. Whether it was delayed or not, but it's here now. So, speaking of rapidly changing things, that's going to correlate right into the good message the Lord want me to give you, gentlemen and ladies, today. And that message is being aware of the seasons and being prepared of the rapid changing seasons around you. So, yesterday the Lord wanted me to look into no-go zones. He wanted me to look into all these different foundational belief systems of talking about the Muslim immigration, Islamic immigration. Now, if you don't know by now, I'm a child of God. I'm a Christian, if you want to call me that. I am a child of the Most High, and I am proud to say that. I know His way is the only way, and there is no other way. And if there be a other way presented, it is a carbon copy, tested, tried, and proven that it is not from God and it is of the devil. You can look at the fruit of it. Though it might have a beautiful what they call it when you dress something up and you put a mask over it, and you like a house that has beautiful outward adornments and it looks nice and all homely, and then you go inside and you find out they're hoarders or they're disgusting and they're nasty and you won't want to eat there. Same with false religions. So anyway, let's get into this. Alright, on a serious note though. Alright, a few weeks back I did a video where God had gave me this vision, right? He gave me this dream. We talked about this vision of this gentleman in my neighborhood who, I'll recap real fast. The gentleman in my neighborhood, he's not godly, he's kind of hostile to the gospel and anything that you would say. A closet hater, the gentleman, you can see it in his countenance. We cordial, we still speak, but you can tell that behind my back they're saying all kinds of things about me. They don't like me. And it's okay, it's understandable, because I don't agree with everything. I don't just go along with the crowd. I don't just sit there and blend in with everybody and agree with everybody got to say just to fit in and not to be offensive. My job here is to tell you the truth, to lead you from a lifetime, an eternity of destruction, and to give you wisdom. And lovingly do that, and to do it the proper way, but not to just be going along the path of ignorance, because I wouldn't be your friend. I ain't got nothing against nobody, and I don't want to offend nobody, but hey, if the truth offends you, then you need to catch up, man, and stop being letting folks do, stop being so easily misguided or led astray. So anyway, we talked about this gentleman and this vision of this guy was preaching like he was in the community center, and he was delivering a message, and the people was listening to him. And then at the end of that vision, in a nutshell, I saw people handing out gifts and things that were for the community, doing community service for the folks. And the folks was happy to get they trinkets and they little gifts and the kind gestures So they went to these people and listening to them talk. Now, I didn't know that was a type and shadow of what God was going to teach me yesterday. And that type and shadow of that gentleman was someone who is hostile to the gospel and that will follow a pamphlet or follow he was reading this pamphlet, right? He had the talking points that he was going off of that made him sound like he knew what he was talking about, and it was all candy coated and good, right? And everybody was listening to him, and I was like, whoa, this ain't the guy you want to be listening to. Not this guy. He's gonna lead you to destruction. He ain't no friend of yours. He might be one to be well liked. He might be your friend right now until you oppose him with some type of wisdom and some type of intellectual conversation or truth. Okay. So, type and shadow, this gentleman was of what's coming. Around my corner in my neighborhood is a Majad Al-Ahir. There's this, I live in a black neighborhood, a black community in Kansas City. So, around the corner from my neighborhood, there's this mosque house that just appeared out of nowhere in the black community, you know. And then every time you go by there, you don't see nothing sometimes. But you can tell it's a mosque the way it's set up. They got the name on it and all that. But they took a house and they converted it over to be a neighborhood mosque. So I'm looking at this mosque, right? As I go by there, I'm like, whoa, that's too close to home. You know what I'm saying? You see about this stuff on the news, you see about the stuff happening around the world, but you look around the corner from you, and all of a sudden you see a mosque in your neighborhood, in amongst your. And if you don't know anything about what Muslims do, they might start out gentle, but eventually, if they grow, if they're getting people in the community to join forces with them, and they grow, they're gonna start pushing that Sharia law and stuff on the people walking around the neighborhood, acting like you policing the neighborhood. I dare you. I gotta go with God on that and do what God. I might not even be there by then anyway. So, but too close for comfort. And God was showing me this was in the neighborhood because the church is not on the scene. Everyone else is picking easy pickings. So if people if they give gifts, you know, and start reaching out to people, and they're gonna start winning converts, and they're gonna use the black plight. Everybody is going after the black plight. The African American community seem like y'all up for the taking. Why are y'all up for the taking like this? Why are y'all so easily being bought, misguided, and taken? If it ain't the Democratic Party that's been taken over by the communist liberals, if it ain't the Islamics that's coming after you, after your black plight. Look how bad the white man treated you. Look at what they did to you. You should join forces with us because we would never do that to you like that. Yeah, right. Muslims, just look at it over in Morocco and look at the histories of Muslims and slaveries, and they enslaved black people too. So, and now, if it ain't those two groups, it's George Soros, Black Lives Matter, or you name it. Everybody's coming after the black people. And they ain't the only ones that they coming after, because they getting a lot of Caucasians too, you know what I'm saying? But they're using that plight. The black plight is up for the taking, can be easily got it. Why? Because you're not studying, you don't know what's the happenings, you're biased, and you're prejudiced. I'm sorry, but you let your plight take over, that you can't see truth and wisdom, even if you in the church. You better get over, you better get on God's standards, you better get on God's plane, especially if you call yourself a child of God or a Christian, and get rid of a lot of these idioms, all these stupid things that separate you from different people, and you trump your heritage and your race and all this above the word of God. There should be nothing to become over Jesus Christ and the gospel, and you as a child of God being involved in the kingdom of God. which are made up of every race, tongue, language, creed, and color, from the blackest black to the whitest white to the purplest purplest to the yellowest, whatever it is, you're gonna see it. You might see blue birds, angelic beings in heaven. So get ready for the various colors of God's spectrum. All walks of life. People from different financial means will be there. So are we gonna be with God, or are we gonna be easily misguided? Are we gonna sit down here like some people that don't know what's going on and be biased and ignorant and be lazy and let our communities be taken over? And next thing you know, we gonna be a part of the problem, in the middle of the problem. We shouldn't be in the middle of the problem. We are in the middle of the problem, though. Let me give you an example. There were some Americans, right? America ain't the greatest country and ain't perfect, but it's better than a lot of these third world countries. I'd rather be here in America than over there in the Middle East somewhere, being forced to practice a religion. At least you got choice, or all the different things that come with it. There's other good countries. I ain't saying it's the best. There's all worse, but what has been done here is a trinket of democracy and the republic standing together, and unbiased and inclusion, and the melting pot working rightly. A fraction of that is still beneficial to us. Okay, so anyway, here's an example. I was studying, right? I saw that the Islam had infiltrated the black community. So all these Americans, right, they try to go into South Dallas. Look it up. South Dallas Islamic confrontation, the protest. So they went over these, I think they were Caucasian Americans. There might have been other kind of races with them, But they went over there to protest the radical Islam in South Dallas. Now, the radical Islam has joined forces with the Nation of Islam, which is the black sect of Islam. It was nothing like the sect that is over in the Middle East. They do practice in the Quran and all that, and do all that. So they do a portion of it, but they wasn't all trying to get on their jihad and all that, and teaching people to hate and kill and all that. It wasn't. I don't think they were preaching. I hope they wasn't preaching that. They might have been preaching some hate. I ain't gonna lie and say they wasn't preaching no separation, some hate, and some awareness, and using the black plight. Okay, also using the black plight to brainwash black folks into going along with their feelings and not with wisdom. So they went over there. So the radical Islam is joining forces in the black community, and so when Americans tried to come and protest the radical Islam, black folks in the Nation of Islam and some other black folks in the community saw that as a white folks infiltration. They weren't trying to infiltrate you fools. They're trying to tell you about the radical Islam that you are not going to want to live under. You're not going to want to live under Sharia law when they take over your community. You're not going to want to do that. So you just grow up real fast and learn up, read up, study up, and get to know and catch up. Come on now. You ain't going to want that. Especially all you black women out there. Oh, you are not going to want to live under that. Think about being raped and somebody telling you what you should be and should not be wearing, and you showing off your body parts. That is the worst. And then having the nerve to put their hands on you. Oh my God. Where we going with this? See what I'm saying to you? Looking at my time. Okay, so you ain't gonna want to live under that. And I would advise you to know what's going on in your community, organize, and be the problem in America is not just in the black community. Everybody is organizing, right? The minority of people are organizing, whether it be the LGTB, whatever they ZQ folks. Hold on a second. Whether it be them, whether it be like who else? The Islam, the George Soros group, the globalists. They all organizing. The minority is organizing and pushing the wheel on the majority because the majority of people are not organized. They will not organize. The church is the biggest organization God got faction going on. But the church is divided. They won't come together. They won't come together on a common basis for the name of the Lord and fight back against the tyranny that's being pushed against it. Maybe they don't know how. Maybe they need a leader. Maybe the people are scared to stand up because they don't want to get killed. But you know what? You're going to get killed one way or the other, so you better stand up and come together. We got to do this. We have got to organize. We have got, it's more of us than it is of the ignorant folks with their ignorant belief systems. The devil, satanic mind, brainwashed belief systems that are, I'm sorry, it might offend folks if you ain't rolling with God and you ain't rolling with wisdom, it ain't to offend you. It's just to let you know that your way is leading to destruction. And it can be proven if you want to sit down and have an intelligent conversation without arguing. It can be spelled out for you so you will know that what I'm saying ain't just somebody just spouting off and saying some ignorant stuff just because I believe a certain way and I want to push my will on you. I don't want to push my will on. Fool, I'm trying to save you. And there are other general people trying to save you of all walks of life. We care about you. We don't want you. The devil is cunning. I don't believe in the devil. Well, you better believe in the devil because he believes in you. The proof is out there. You can find proof that he exists. Okay. Try to do God's will. You'll see the devil. Do a fraction of God's will. Show love and kindness. Speak a thing of truth to someone. He works through people too, and he also works behind the scenes. And these people that are doing these things up top are, look at the time again, worshiping the devil. So I need to wrap up. So these people went over there to protest. Now, it should have been the black church that went over there to protest the radical Islam and to wake up the black community. If these people want to practice Islam, they want to be a nation of Islam, that's fine. I don't care. Do whatever you want, whatever floats your boat. But just don't start trying to carry out your little will on the rest of the folks around you. And that's the problem with Islam. Because they don't know how to stop. They don't know how to, it won't sit still. It won't sit there and stay amongst itself. It's gotta, we believe this way, so we gotta go out in the community and we gotta police the community no matter who believes. Because Allah said, did God ever do that? We should be out there dissuading violence and stuff in a peaceful manner, in suggestive manner, and holding up taking the land for God and keeping it holy. But nowadays, is God telling folks in the Bible to go out there in the community and hit people with sticks? Come on now. You better wake up, man. But then they taking over communities. They know how to do it. They're infiltrating the police forces. They know what they're doing. They organize. We unorganized. Let's organize. Can we organize? Somebody say the magic word. Organize. Have a great day. Have a good and godly day.